All right, so I feel like everything in the NBA world right now is being taken up by all this Luka Doncic news, which rightfully so. It's arguably the biggest trade in NBA history, and I have so many thoughts on that trade, which I touched on a bit in my initial reaction video on my NBA channel, and I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to it as well on that channel now that we've had a bit more time to let it simmer, which, by the way, if you don't know about it, check out my NBA channel, M1 Hoops, where I talk all things NBA in case you are getting kind of tired of hearing about the Bulls, which I don't blame you. But despite all of the crazy news between the Mavs and the Lakers, the Bulls still played a game today. Not often we get to see them in an afternoon game, and it's also not often where we see the Pistons in which they've become a better team than the Chicago Bulls. There were things that I liked seeing from the Bulls in this game, and they actually responded well whenever the Pistons went on some runs. And then, of course, also without Zach LaVine, the Bulls kept this game much closer than I thought. But man, this team's defense is just atrocious, and that's especially the case when it comes to their interior defense. The Pistons had 80 points in the paint in this game. 80 points to the Bulls' 44. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a team score that many points on another team in a game in the paint. That is straight up unacceptable for a professional basketball team. And I know Vucevic is going to get the blame for that for most fans, which he does hold a lot of the blame. But the Bulls help defense, reading switches, navigating the pick and roll, and then also boxing out and getting the rebound was horrible. Like, you cannot put all of that on Vucevic to defend the paint when guys aren't coming over for the help defense in the post. Same with the Bulls' transition defense. Guys weren't hustling back, getting beat off the dribble, and weren't closing out on kickouts on the perimeter. Again, I mean, we've said it all season long. We knew this Bulls defense wasn't going to be good this year, and no one's expecting them to just suddenly turn things around on that end of the floor when you don't have the personnel that specializes in those areas, but some effort and just general awareness on that side of the ball shouldn't be too much to ask. Now, some things I did like. 26 minutes from Matas Buzelis. We're finally starting to see him get some consistent minutes out there, and with each passing game, he's looking better and better. Yet again, put up double figures, 12 points, 5 for 9 shooting, hit a couple threes. That three-point stroke has been looking nice. The ball handling has looked much more on point. And then Patrick Williams, while I wouldn't say it was a great game for him, he still looked better coming off the bench though, and once again, you saw him put up double figures, 11 points, 4 for 8, 3 rebounds, a block and a steal. The other thing I like seeing in this game, purely because of the timing of it from a trade value standpoint, Nikola Vucevic getting his 6th career triple-double. He was terrible on defense, but 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 blocks and a steal, hit 4 threes in this game. Been a while since we've seen him hit that many threes. I mean, Durham was really giving him problems inside, so we kind of had to resort to outside shooting, but a very efficient night for Vooch, 8 for 10, 4 for 6 from 3, but just 4 shots inside? That can't happen, especially when he's your leading scorer without Zach LaVine. But hey, a triple-double for Vooch just a few days before the trade deadline. And after that trade that we just saw from the Lakers, you'd have to think that they're canvassing the landscape right now for a center. While I know it was reported before by Casey Johnson, the Lakers haven't shown interest in Nikola Vucevic. That could very well change for them now after moving on from Anthony Davis. Still cannot believe that trade. But anyway, I won't digress there. Josh Giddey, a pretty strong game for him. Didn't shoot the ball especially well, but he was one of the few people, to me, that was actually hustling out there and trying to make plays. Fighting for rebounds. He had 11 rebounds in this one to go along with 20 points, went 7 for 17 shooting, went 3 for 8 from 3. I mean, you know, I can go without Giddey taking so many of those threes. Like, I know he was hitting them in this game, but that release and some of those are just not good shots. Like, he had a steal and then started heading down in transition and pulled up for a spot-up 3. He made it, but no rebounders down low, didn't drive to the basket, and it's Josh Giddey. That's just not his shot. That said, Giddey was the only starter for the Bulls in this game that had a plus in the box plus minus category of +7 in 36 minutes of play. Kobe White struggled in this game. I know it won't necessarily seem like it when you're looking at the box score. You see 22 points, he got to the free throw line 9 times, but didn't take the best shots, was getting beat badly on defense. 4 turnovers, which the Bulls struggled on the turnover front overall. That really cost them this game when they had 19 turnovers in total to 28 assists. But Kobe was 5 for 17 in this game and was a team worst -18. The Bulls hit a lot of threes in this one. Like, that's what really kept them in this game. 19 threes in total. Lonzo had 3, Kobe had 3, Giddey had 3, Vucevic had 4, but they didn't shoot it at an especially good clip except for Vucevic. Anyway, I don't know if you can really be too mad at this loss, especially since we're kind of getting that point in the season where the Bulls are firmly putting themselves in the bottom 9 range in the NBA. For me, you guys know, I'm all about effort. at least just give me consistent effort. And the energy and effort tonight was up and down, very inconsistent. The Bulls are expected to have Zach back in the next game against the Heat, back at the United Center. That is if he isn't traded before then. Like I said in my trade deadline predictions video though, I'm still of the opinion that the only player to be moved at the deadline will be Nikola Vucevic. I have a hard time seeing anybody else getting traded from this front office and how much they overvalue their players. Also doesn't help that the Mavericks now set the market for trading a superstar at just one first-round pick. Yes, I'm still in disbelief of that trade. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the game. Let me know in the comments. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.